Hey everybody, on this episode of Box Office Breakdown, we are going to talk about how the God of Thunder laid a smackdown at the box office. Let's do it.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk, we talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's Box Office Breakdown.
Hey everybody, welcome to Box Office Breakdown here on Popcorn Talk. This is the show where we look back at the box office that was, and then we like to
Kate.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, I just want to say follow these two on social media because they are going to be announcing their concert dates for when they go and take this around the country. Look at that. Can't wait. We prognosticate about the box office that lie ahead. I am one of your hosts, only one, and certainly the least enjoyed and least talented of this panel.
No, not true.
Frank Moran. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HappyGoJackie.
He's our favorite.
Crowd goes wild.
With booze. With booze. Get him out of here.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy Cassandra, and you guys can find me on all social media at Amy Cassandra TV.
Even Friendster?
Almost all social media at Amy Cassandra TV.
What's up, guys? You can find me, Neil Plumley, at all relevant forms of social media and in places where you find people at the Neil Plumley. That's TheNeilPlumley. And Frank, how's your weekend?
A lot of unfortunate things happened this week.
Series
A lot of unfortunate things. Yes, it was. Yes.
I'm
yeah.
so sorry.
It was. It was.
I'm excited to talk about it.
Oof. And of course, our other esteemed panelist, Kari Lane. She is out of town attending some nuptials. Nuptials?
It sounded like you said nuptials.
And nuptials too. Yes, they're doing. It's a nuptial. Two nuts, because when two nuts love each other, Neil,
they have a ritual.
They have a ritual.
The neighborhood squirrels show up.
That's right.
It's a whole thing. There's pentagrams, dark lords. It's quite something.
Beautiful. So, folks, of course, you can like us on Facebook. Give us those 5 stars on iTunes. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. While you're there, throw some thumbs.
Thumb it.
Thumb it up. Thumb it up. Thumb it up.
Okay.
And, of course, feel free to hop in the chat. Anthony's going to be a deer. I feel like, as like a grandmother would say, please, Anthony, would you be a deer?
Oh, that man? No, he's a straight up a doll.
And bring up the chat. Feel free to chime away at anything you saw this past weekend or just about movies in general, as we'll be talking about all of that good stuff. Starting off first, though, why don't we talk about like the last week's top 5?
Okay.
That's a
I mean,
good
just
idea.
a little something different.
That's a little fresh.
I
Yeah.
know, huh?
A little new.
There was this tiny little movie. You know, it struggled. It struggled.
Art house.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thor Ragnarok from Disney.
Wait, what was it?
Thor Ragnarok?
That's a funny name.
I thought you were talking about something else. I actually haven't heard that one.
Oh, you have? Ooh. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish it would have gotten more advertising.
Yeah, I guess they.
Because the thing is, like, I'm surprised it made #1 because I don't think anybody had heard about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't anywhere.
It's rare for that to happen, but it's cool. It's nice.
No, that's true. I mean, you know,
I guess it's something that we all got to go check out.
I think it's a word of mouth kind of phenomenon.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
It came in strong at the box office, $121 million as we speak now.
Those are some good digits.
Some very good digits. It was also the subject of our box office bet. We bet big, and we're about to find out, thanks to Neil Plumley, who is going to go home the winner. And I feel like we've all seen it, so there's really no loser.
Well, the winner of this week's box office bet is a tie between Frank Moran and Kari Lane, both voting for $125 million.
What? What? I never thought I'd see this day. Oh my.
Oh, wow.
That is beautiful.
Well, that just looks great.
There you go.
Pull it off.
Yeah, you know, and I feel like only people will wear it for a moment and then they put it back down. I'm going to ride it out.
Okay. Yeah,
Ride
Good
this
for
out.
you.
Because I will never have the honor of wearing this ever again. I'm terrible at these bets.
That's great. Now,
This is
the other
very
two
sad.
bettors, Amy Cassandra and myself, were both very far away. She was closer than I was at 99 million. Very good job. And I bet 145, which it did not get that much, but I'm happy I voted that much, and I voted with my gut.
In your heart.
I already went and saw the movie,
Me
so
too.
I already upheld my end of the bet.
So let's dive into it. Of course, folks, we'll be talking about the film, but we'll talk about it in the most generalist of terms. We won't give you any spoilers, so don't worry about that. In the weeks to come, as more people have seen it, we'll get to more spoiler categories if the subject of the film kind of crosses our way again. But general impressions of the film? Okay. I like it because I saw in your tweet you liked it, but you had some reservations.
Well, I went into it. A coworker of mine.
Anthony's already sighing about this.
Sorry, actually, my boss at my day job. He saw it and he texted me on Friday night saying that he was sort of let down, but he was interested in what I had to say. I saw it this morning, going in, hearing a lot of people on social media. I have some friends who are big comic book nuts, and they're like, it was okay. I have other people being like, oh, it was amazing. And then, of course, my boss being like, I was let down. So I went in with like a rainbow of expectations. So pretty even expectations going in. And I sort of left feeling like I was kind of let down a little bit.
What let you down?
I'll tell you, Frank. It was, you know what? I feel like, and we had a conversation out there with one of our producers earlier, but it felt like it was trying a bit or a lot too hard to be like Guardians of the Galaxy without adhering to an emotional bedrock. It didn't have anything to like hold on to as far as like us feeling like we should care for the characters.
I would agree, because you don't have that feeling that you have with Guardians of the Galaxies 2, where everything that happens with Yondu. It does lots of laughs, and then the bit at the end where it kind of just tugs you at the heartstrings, and you don't have that.
And that feels pretty powerful. There's two moments in this movie where I felt like they're trying to pull at your heartstrings. There's one in the beginning and one sort of around the second act with Banner, that were both sort of like oh man, that's that sucks. But like the whole climax, I didn't care.
That's true.
If they couldn't work it out, I don't know how I would have felt. I probably would have felt a little ambivalent. I probably would have just been like, okay, I guess. It just sort of felt like a comedic setup for one part of the Infinity War. It didn't feel like it was taking itself very seriously as a movie. It was just trying to be like a very colorful, which was cool, very colorful, very out there, Guardians-esque Thor movie. That's what it would have felt like to me.
All right. I have some thoughts about that as well, but let me give it over to Amy Cassandra first.
Yeah.
So I disagree with pretty much everything.
Oh, it's like a rebuttal coming.
Lay
I like
it
it.
Lay it on.
Okay, so it's not trying to be Guardians of the Galaxy because it is not Guardians of the Galaxy. It's doing its own thing. Thor has his own feel, his own vibe, and that's what he was doing. Was he funny? Yes. Was he gonna like attack you with the heartstrings? No. But I'm not gonna spoil that. But something very big happens at the end. You're like, holy crap. Wow, what are they going to do? I don't want to give it away, so I almost did.
That's true.
Okay, so there's that.
He shaves his beard. That was. Oh, I spoiled it.
Oh, Frank.
Sorry.
Frank, you couldn't have.
I didn't mean to.
I think also the way it was shot, and the colors, the costumes, they were completely different from like Thor-y kind of a thing, you know. So that I appreciated. I really liked Jeff Goldblum's character. He's in that. That's not a spoiler. Just want to make sure.
It was to me.
So I'm sorry.
Now I cannot see the movie again.
And I mean, and it's just the way that it was shot. I don't know, the way it was shot, the way it looked, the way the plot was, like, it's, if you went in there thinking like, oh, okay, cool, it's gonna be like Guardians of the Galaxy, or it's like a Marvel kind of a feel, like a certain way, know that it's not gonna feel like that. It's gonna feel a little bit different. So that's all we really want. When we go in to see a movie, we want to see something a little different. We want to laugh a little maybe sometimes. And with this one you did, and people are really enjoying it in the chat, so thank you so much, because official Jared Leto, what?
Yeah, Jared Leto's in our chat, guys.
He really enjoyed it. Sky Patterson says, Thor Ragnarok is a standalone sequel from his other two films, Thor and Thor the Dark Lord. It's very Jack Kirby. Yeah, I don't know what else you would want out of a Thor film.
Stronger emotional context.
No,
yeah.
I mean, I felt emotionally tied to these people. So we very strongly disagree.
All right,
Because I
interesting.
really, I didn't cry.
Is that a barometer
didn't
to you
cry.
for a successful
Yeah,
film?
amongst us emotional movie watchers, crying is a barometer.
For those of us that are dead inside, I will never know that.
Yeah.
Bill Archer, Ragnarok was amazing. So there are some of us out there that really did enjoy it.
And I'm not going to. This is a tough wear, but I'm sticking
You
to
got
it.
it. You're so rocking.
Thank
proud
you.
of you.
The Rotten Tomato score, if people care about that at all, is still very high.
It is,
It's
yeah.
in the 90s.
And and some
That is
people, I will not disagree that there are people that have enjoyed this film immensely for what it was. I would think I would side more with Neil. Is that I wanted some of the stuff at the end. Just I wish there'd been it had grabbed me a little bit more emotionally than I had hoped
Yeah.
for. I did like what had happened between Loki and Thor because I felt like
Yes.
Loki was a character that I felt like needed some sort of change to happen to him over the course of these films because he's been pretty much that same kind of character constantly.
Yeah, and they bring that up actually
Yeah.
in one of their discussions.
And so I feel like I'm very interested to see him next in the Avengers films to see if it's gonna play more in that direction or that it's just been that was just kind of in this film and then it's just gonna be brushed aside. Given the way the Marvel Universe works, I'm gonna assume no, that there is gonna be some more nuanced shades to Loki going forward in the Marvel Universe, which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
I'm just loving some of the comments in the chat. That so Ken Jack 1984 says I thought the movie was great. The Mickey M. Tessa Thompson's arms deserve an Oscar.
I agree.
Oh my God.
Tessa
arm
Thompson
goals.
was great.
Yeah.
She was fantastic.
I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, definitely go give it a shot. Let us know your opinions because obviously we're divided, but I think you'll agree with me when you see it. So,
with a quick final point, if I may. This is obviously based on sort of a dual storyline of the Ragnarok story from Thor and the Planet Hulk story from the Hulk comics, where Hulk is captured and then forced to be a gladiator and fight in a ring, and then he forms a revolution to escape. And they brought some of those characters from Planet Hulk into the movie. They're Korg and
love him. I
Korg
love
and
him.
Meek, or I think his name was Meek.
Oh,
Mick was that? I don't believe he was in the actual comics.
The Bug? No, he
But
was.
was he?
Yeah. He didn't have those weird blade things, and he talked more.
Oh, okay.
He was
Yeah, that's
actually-
right. Yes, because
He was actually one of the main antagonists of World War Hulk.
True, because he kind of felt betrayed. Like, yes, that was right.
Exactly. Meek had 0 speaking parts, which I can see because he's an emotionally contextured character that you sort of have to like breathe through the whole story. They carry him through these gladiator fights. He's not really like a warrior. They save his life basically, and then it becomes important later on. But Korg was really funny, but that was it. Like Korg is supposed to be like the emotional, well, not supposed to be like for the movie's sake, but in the comic book, he's sort of like an emotional support backbone for the Hulk. The Hulk's getting ready to like give up, and Korg's like, no, we have to stay together. You're the only one who can help us. I'm the other strongest one, and I'm nowhere near you. And if we work together, we might be able to get out of here. And just because of the way that the story was framed, Korg never really got to interact with the Hulk in that way. So they sort of just had him in there as like a face, like this is a familiar face, but it was a completely different character.
Yeah, and I guess that's true because I mean the Planet Hulk story is such, I think, for Hulk fans and comic book fans, is a really great story.
It's fantastic, yeah.
And it's tough to, I think, shoehorn that into a Thor film and be able to do it justice.
Exactly.
But they
So,
did the best they could.
They did the best they could, but they could have just had a different character. They sort of just used his character as a prop to be funny.
And I would agree with you in terms of the end with. No, sure, he was, and I mean, he was. Yeah, there were some very funny moments with him, but I also felt like you. I felt kind of at the end. There's some stuff that happens with Bruce Banner and the Hulk that they set up in the midway point of the film, and you're like, okay, I hope there's some stakes here, and then I just didn't feel. I wanted to feel.
Yeah.
Decisions that were made at the end of the film. I wanted to feel them more.
Yeah, the consequence of those decisions occurred to me after the movie. They should be occurring at that climactic point when the decision's made. But it totally went over my head like it wasn't important.
Yeah, and the Hulk first. I mean, certainly it's Thor's film. Hulk is a supporting character, but even during the climax of the film, I feel like Hulk was kind of really brushed aside. Just like, all right, which is
It's like, well, you have your matchup. We'll see you later.
yeah. Pop in at the end. That's great. But I mean, certainly, I think, and I don't think anybody would disagree. I think of the 3 Thor films, that this might be my favorite of the 3.
I'd say so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I'd say so, but it's probably my favorite of the 3, but it's probably not far off from the second one in my book. But both of them are quite a distance from the first one.
yeah, but this one does, and I don't know what Marvel's Phase 4 plans include. there's been really no talk of another Thor film. This gets me excited to see another Thor movie, to give the director another chance to kind of explore these characters.
Taika.
Yeah, another shot.
He was also the voice of Korg
Yes.
Yeah.
in the movie,
I
which
love
I
that.
recognized instantly. I'm like, oh, okay, I know you.
So would have been good. I hope. I would love to see that. And I guess that all depends on what happens after Infinity War.
Well, isn't there, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't there something about the reality gem coming into play and sort of resetting the universe?
Yeah, that could be the case.
I thought that's, at least that was my understanding of what was going to happen, because they're going to bring in Captain Marvel with Brie Larson. Right, Brie Larson?
Yes.
Back in, was it the 80s? Or
The 90s.
The 90s.
With Nick Fury with 2 eyes, I believe.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if they're just going back in time and showing that, or if they're resetting. Because it would make good precedent to reset it, because that way you can get new actors play the same characters.
I think it's more, I don't think it's a reset. I think they're just going back in time, and then I think she takes off into space, and then she's been gone all this time, and I think then she returns back around the Infinity War time to
I think I should
to
just
see
wait
that.
for Marvel.
To then, like, I think the second Captain Marvel film, much kind of like the Wonder Woman film, first one set in the past, second one set in the future,
Yeah, but
or present day, I should say.
Captain Marvel's gonna be way better than Wonder Woman.
Oh, don't say that yet. I
don't say
think you would.
I have really high hopes because Brie Larson's a goddess. So.
Oh, all right. Well, all right. So you know how you
It's
feel
like
like Gal
me.
So is
Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what about Gal Gadot?
Yeah. No, she's
Gadot.
good, but I'm more of a Marvel person anyway.
Oh, all right.
Hey,
We'll see.
Well,
yeah.
we have a
2
lot
weeks
of
from now.
feelings
I can tell you
tonight.
my favorite part of going to the movies today was seeing the Black Panther trailer. In theaters.
Oh my god.
I mean, I will say I am liking the direction that Marvel's going, at least, and I feel like it's going to continue into Phase 4 and beyond, is that you're just seeing a lot more of the director's vision going into these projects, which I think Marvel needs to do to keep pushing forward.
I also like how later in this game of Phase 3, we're seeing slight character crossovers into our Marvel movies. Not going to say anything, but namely in Ragnarok that came out this weekend, there's a little bit of a crossover near the beginning, and that sort of that brought the plot forward a bit to a place where it sort of needed to go. But some people sort of write that off to be like, did they have to do that? And I kind of like it because it's kind of like reading a comic book.
Yes.
Where like you turn a page and you're like, oh, whoa, so-and-so's here. Cool, what are they going to do? Oh, they're just here for like a couple pages. Well, that was kind of neat. It sort of like brings the world together without really making it like a duo movie.
True.
You know
and
what I mean?
Or also feeling like this is all just set up and we've got to watch 4 more films before we get to the payoff. It's like,
Yeah.
it's just a little fun little moment and then we can just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do like that. And I feel like that's the direction that Marvel's going to go into after the Infinity War films wrap up and they're launching into Phase 4. I think it'll be just, I'm hoping, more standalone films with some
crossovers.
like little touchovers. I mean, I would just be happy with like more like buddy films, things like that. I feel like the sky's the limit, guys.
Yeah. If sky's the
so
limit,
excited.
I need to see a World War Hulk.
We'll talk to Universal. Tell them to get their act together. Speaking of that, I'd love to find out who. Like I originally thought they had the rights to Namor for a while. I'd love to know if that's still the case. Because it'd be cool to see what Marvel would do with an underwater film.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But then I feel like then you definitely need to get the Fantastic Four in the mix. And
Just don't.
No,
They're
that's
done
dangerous
for.
territory.
I
They're
know.
done
But you know,
for.
if Marvel did a Fantastic Four film, it would be really good.
It would.
No.
Yeah, I'd have no doubt.
No. I would have super doubts.
You would have super doubts?
Yes.
No.
Oh, come on.
Absolutely, I would.
No way. I feel like Marvel's earned the benefit of the doubt.
No.
Fox
No.
would never earn the benefit of the doubt.
It's the corner store that keeps going out of business no matter what they put in there. It's done. We gotta wait.
No.
You at least gotta wait for the juju to clear off.
Well, I feel like
Yeah.
if Fox and Marvel wanted to do something, it's going to be a while before that it would happen anyway. So I feel like that's plenty of time for the juju to clear off.
Yes.
I would
Agreed.
Hope so.
All right, coming into our next movie, coming in number 2, Bad Moms Christmas, $17 million.
Yes.
Yes, and so tell us about it, Amy.
Okay. Not as good as the first. A little strange at parts, and you're like, what? But This Is Us fans, I think you will thoroughly enjoy one of the characters in it. Dustin Hartley is in it, and
Oh my stars, Dustin Hartley.
oh my god, I know he's in it. He's in it. But yeah, it's a little weird. I have to say, Susan Sarandon's character is interesting. Yeah, I really wanted to like it a little bit more just because I really did like Bad Moms, and Kristen Bell's amazing. But yeah, definitely not as good as the first. I kind of wish they would have waited a little bit. I mean, it came out November 1st. It's a little too soon for Christmas things in my book. But I know people are like, yes, let's do Christmas, everything.
Yeah, but
would the release date have changed your opinion of the movie?
No, I'm just saying, like, I watched it because, one, the Movie Pass, not sponsored. Two, because I really like Bad Moms. But yeah, I didn't really want to get into the Christmassy spirit yet. But still, I mean, it was fine. You're taking off the crown.
All right, fine. I'm gonna ride it. I'm gonna ride it through. This is tough.
But see, yeah, I mean, it was good. It was good, and it actually did make me cry.
Oh yeah.
It did. It's a really.
Is that when Justin Hartley's like, I have to leave now? And you're like, no, Justin, please.
No. It's definitely a mother-daughter kind of a movie. So it made me cry. But I mean, those scenes of the mothers and daughters together, and even just the mothers together and then the daughters together, was great.
If I'm neither a mother nor a daughter, can I
you will still
this movie?
enjoy it because it's silly, and it's. I mean, it's a fun watch. You're not going to be super bored.
Cool.
Well, I mean, I think this is a good as time as any for Neil to finally show off his Bad Moms tattoo that he got.
Yeah.
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
It's
Oh whoa. That's a big
it's
tattoo.
way up here.
Yeah,
Hang on.
I saw a
It's
little
gonna-
peek.
It's on my.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get
It's
it.
okay.
All right, well,
I mean,
Its
it's
clothes
a
are
little,
too tight, everyone.
It's because of those
really
rippling
big.
muscles.
But it's great. You know, it's the whole cast, and they're right over here.
There you go.
They inspire me to do great things.
That's beautiful. I'm glad that movie's so inspirational for you.
Thank you.
Coming in number 3, we've got Jigsaw, 6.7 films, 6.7
Yeah,
million.
actually, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
been that
6.7
many.
films.
About 6.7 if you count them all up.
Yeah.
You count all the individual acts, divide by 3, it's about 6.7.
6.7. Coming in number 4, Tyler Perry's Boo 2, a Madea Halloween.
Let's hear it.
This
oh,
film
buddy.
was terrible.
Oh, no.
Oh, I mean,
Would you put it in the garbage or would you put it in recycling?
no, garbage.
Oh, for sure.
Garbage.
You wouldn't want to see like someone else take a swing at it.
No.
Sorry, Martin Lawrence, maybe?
Yeah,
Oh no.
As somebody who's never seen any of the Madea films, maybe the first one that he ever did was good. I have nothing.
Yeah.
I
There
have
was
no idea.
one that was
Yeah.
good. I don't remember which one, but I do remember liking one of them.
It was just watching these scenes. They just dragged out, and it was just old people bickering and bickering. I will admit, there is only one part that kind of would amuse me. It was like she's got a twin brother Joe, who only calls out Madea constantly for looking like a man, which I thought that was kind of amusing. But other than that, it was like, you're a dude. And I was like, all right, yeah, that's a little bit. But otherwise, it's just the scenes are just like they're just drawn out, and it's just bickering, and the acting is terrible. There's just they bring in these young cast of actors to play some teenagers, and they're just awful acting in these scenes. And I'm like, oh, seriously. And it's just folks, I'm gonna just talk about this movie because it's so stupid. Like the ending of the movie, it's like a bad TV sitcom plot where all these scary things happen to these people, but basically it's just because they want to teach their daughters a lesson. Like, you should have called us, or you should have, been more respectful to your parents. So we did all this stuff to haze you to be better children. Like, it's a stupid movie. It was like every scene was just like, why is this happening to me?
Did you feel like you purposely had to force yourself to stay in the seat? And not walk out?
Man, I would love to have just walked out constantly. It was a constant struggle. This movie was just absolutely terrible.
Question.
Absolutely awful.
Would you buy a ticket to go into that movie again in order to walk out of it?
No, I don't need that satisfaction. I would not waste that money to get that sort of satisfaction on it. It's just...
Is it one of those movies where you buy a ticket in and you sneak in a bottle of vodka so you can enjoy the movie?
Hey.
The only relief that I could have been brought is if somebody would have came in with like a cricket mallet and just knocked me upside the head, just took me out for the duration of that film.
No.
Well,
I would have been fine. It's
Bold Claims by Frank Moran.
I would love to know people that love these films. feel free to harass me or hop in the chat and explain why you love these movies. Maybe there's just something I'm missing. It was punishing. It
Maybe
was
there's some
absolutely punishing
context
watching
some plausible context you may have missed out on by not seeing the other ones. But
Oh, it was just.
I don't know.
It was just terrible. It was awful. It was awful. This is probably like the whole time we've been doing the box office bet. This has been by far the worst film,
wow.
the worst film I've ever had to sit through to watch.
Okay.
So everything right now, every other bet I lose, it will be in a constant comparison to Madea, and I can't imagine anybody being worse than Madea. A Boo 2 Halloween, Boo 2. Boo
Well,
you.
you heard it here, folks. Frank just volunteered to see all of the box office bet movies in order to determine which is worse. Any future movie or Madea.
Oh
A Boo
my
2
gosh,
Halloween.
it's just. It was so awful watching. It just dragged. This movie just dragged. I'm like, and actually, when the movie ended, I gotta wear this crown still. Like, I
you
have to at
go.
least. It's like this is it. This is the end. And then they do one of those like, I don't know. How do you guys feel about bloopers at the end of films?
Oh, I like it. Yeah.
I like it, but I don't know about in the movie theater.
I feel like bloopers for films are good if you find the movie funny, and if you don't find the movie funny, then the bloopers of them trying to make this film and not doing as good are worse. And this is like watching these bloopers. I was like, oy oy oy.
It also has to be a certain movie. Like, you can't sit through a blooper reel in the credits of Schindler's List.
Oh.
Really?
But you can for, like, Blue Streak.
Yeah, or like Cannonball Run.
Sure.
There you go. Or The Hangover. Oh no, that was just them looking at their photos. There wasn't a blooper reel on that.
Pacific Rim.
Like how Jackie Chan films.
Any Jackie Chan film.
Yeah, there's always. Well, those are always good because it's a mixture of. Well, I like his martial art ones because it's always people getting hurt
It's physical comedy.
and like them being
Yeah.
dragged out in ambulances and stuff.
Yeah.
But when he does like once with Chris Rock or Owen Wilson, then you've got to see like the really
Yeah.
like Jackie Chan can't speak very well, and
You're not
that's
seeing
the
Owen
funniness.
Wilson messing up a line.
Owen, were you here right now? Jesus Louise, this is tough.
Wow.
Okay.
Try wearing
wait.
forward.
So putting this into
Yes.
context, how long have you been a part of Box Office Breakdown?
Since
the early 70s,
year and a
I
half.
think.
Early 70s. Early 70s. I am like the Winter Soldier. I do an episode and then I go into stasis for a week, and then they thaw me back out to do another one.
Yeah, see, that's a good modern Marvel movie.
There you go.
Not Thor Ragnarok.
Get out of here.
Oh,
Get
or like this.
out of here.
This damn crown. I will not stay on my head. It is.
Some things you can't fix.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Carrie's
Like
gonna
four
wear
movies.
it invisibly now.
That's right.
But there you go.
So yes, Star Drew. He's been on my back, making sure like I saw this film, and damn you, Star Drew. I hope you're happy. This film. Oh, it was so bad.
So,
So
Drew,
bad.
if you're in the chat, let us know if you're happy.
Yes.
mean the world to Frank.
Christian Dash, I do have beef. This beef is Boo to Madea Halloween. It's so stupid. It is so
Frank got
stupid.
beef.
And I mean,
I'm
I feel
hungry.
there's. And I feel like the problem is like with Tyler Perry being his own production company into itself, he can make this film without a lot of editorial input from anybody
Right.
else. Somebody needed to stop him and say this plot is stupid.
Well, how much did he make it for?
I mean, I'm sure it was very little. I feel like it's like a Louis C.K. deal. You can make it very cheaply, it makes a huge profit, and you get to be left alone. And
Yeah, the
your own
margins are
devices.
probably like insane.
Yeah.
Let
So
me just. I'm just gonna look
but-
up how much it costs.
please, for all that's good and decent in the world, Tyler Perry, please bring in somebody else just to check you, because this is a movie that should never have made it to screen. It is just, it's just rough. Just rough. All right. We move on our last number there for number 5. Geostorm. Another $3 million to its coffers there.
Coffers.
Coffers. All right, let's jump into some international numbers here. Everybody's talking about Thor Ragnarok here. So basically, it smashed in with $306 million at the international box office, coming off its second week overseas that added $151.4 million, including a $55.6 million debut in China, the biggest industry opening weekend ever for a November release. Combined with the domestic start this season, the worldwide total for the God of Thunder's third film is currently $427 million. The numbers on Thor Ragnarok have pushed the Marvel Cinematic Universe over $13 billion globally, as well as over $5 billion domestically. That's across 17 releases.
I also heard that. I don't know if this is in your breakdown or not, but since Disney acquired Marvel, a Marvel movie has not opened. What was it? They have not opened at number 2 since Disney acquired Marvel.
Well, I mean, it's Disney made a smart move buying that Marvel property. It's been going incredibly well for them. That and Star Wars, like how can you go wrong? These guys are cornering the markets
They're
and all that.
printing money.
That's true. So basically, it's playing 8% ahead of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and 28% above Doctor Strange. It's basically on its track. It's on track to get $500 million internationally because it's got a few weeks before Justice League debuts on November 15th. So look at them go. And also, Kenneth Branagh's Murder on the Orient Express appeared strong in the UK. Basically, and Sony's Blade Runner 2049 crossed $150 million. And Disney's Coco actually made more in its second Mexico weekend than the first.
Yay!
So I'm excited about that one. Should be interesting.
Yeah.
Me too.
So, of course, folks, we've got 2 films vying for your box office bet. Fortunately, neither of them are going to be, well, Daddy's Home 2. I don't know about that one, but it's not gonna, no matter what, it will never be as terrible as Boo 2 and Madea Halloween. We've got Daddy's Home 2 from Paramount, 3,300 screens, and Murder on the Orient Express from Fox, also on 3,300 screens. So feel free to start chiming away in the chat, see which ones you'd like us to do a little bet on. In the meantime, though, we're going to do a little box office rewind on somebody that's going to be in one of these upcoming films. And why do we do that? We did it with Anthony Hopkins last week. Let's keep with the British tradition and do Kenneth Branagh.
Yes.
That's right. So his top 5 films. Coming in at number 5, a film that I haven't seen, and I kind of have a soft spot for Chris Pine, so I feel like I want to check it out. Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit. Made $15.4 million when it came out in 2014. Did you see it?
No. I was sort of against the premise of the movie because, well, I saw the trailer and they like handed Jack Ryan a gun and they're like, all right, you're an agent now. And I'm like,
It's Jack Ryan, snooze recruit.
yeah. I'm like,
all right.
Jack Ryan is not an agent. Everyone knows this. He's an analyst. He says that in every movie. What am I doing? I'm not going on the sub. I'm an analyst. And they're like, but you know Russian. You have to talk to these people. You know the codes. You can break it down in real time. He's like, well, fine, I'll go. And then he ends up on Searching for Red October. That's how it's supposed to go down. It's not supposed to be like, fly to Paris. Here's a gun. You're an agent now. What? That's not how it works. So I saw that trailer and I'm like, I'm not even going to watch this movie at all. I'm just not even going to watch it.
All right. I guess I have to wait for it to come to me in some form or fashion. Just come to me, Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit. Number 4, Valkyrie, from 2008, $21 million.
That's okay.
Yeah, I think everybody makes that joke where everybody has their own original native accents in that film.
Yeah.
But we all forgive that just for the great acting. And we get to see Tom Cruise as a German trying to kill people.
Yeah.
There you go. Coming number 3, another film that kind of frustrated me because I was hoping it would be so much better than what it was. Wild Wild West, back in 1999.
Wild Wild West.
Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider.
Yes.
No, you don't want none of this. 6 gun in this. That's right.
Yes, that was so cool.
$27.6 million. I really wanted this to be good.
It should have been good. It was a steampunk western, and it ended up being a steampunk sleeper cell.
Wait. Wild Wild West
Yeah.
Yes.
is not good?
Not
It's
good.
not. It's
Oh.
there's a
It's a rude wake-up call for me.
Anthony's been
too.
beating the drum for Wild Wild West to anybody that would listen. Guys, have you heard about Wild Wild West? Let me tell you about it for a little bit.
I
The
saw it.
music,
It's an
though.
art house.
I saw it
film.
when I was a kid, and I was just like, this is awesome.
Ah.
And I've
remember-
loved it ever since.
I remember the Burger King toys very clearly because I got a pair of glasses that were modeled after Will Smith's in the movie.
I got the
And they're
spider.
very like small circled sunglasses, and I thought they were so cool. And then I saw myself in the mirror, and I was like, "Never again."
You know what?
Wild Wild West, you betrayed me.
I was just cleaning my office recently, and I came across. I still have it in the package. The Kevin Kline in his little weird little bicycle.
no, yeah.
I've got that one, and it's still in the package. I'm like, I still have this. All right. So a little treasured piece of
You
my
should
heart.
clean
there.
your house.
I should.
Wow, wow.
There you go.
I love that
Rick.
song.
It is a good song. I'll give it that. It's probably a great song. But yeah, I just wanted that. I would have loved that movie to be better so we could have spawned a series of films. Coming to number 2, a film that came out this past summer, thanks to Christopher Nolan, Dunkirk.
Dunkirk.
Yes.
$50.5 million.
That's good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Me neither.
No, I thought it was a good, solid film. And coming in number 1, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Easily the best movie on this list.
He was a fun character in that series.
Yes.
2002, $88.3 million.
It's a beautiful movie.
All right, so before we do our box office bet, we're going to do a quick rundown of what we think next week's top 5 is going to look like. Again, just as you were betting in the chat room, we've got Daddy's Home 2, 3,300 screens, Murder on the Orient Express, also 3,300 screens, just for our top 5 kind of interests here. Daddy's Home did $38.7 million when it opened in 2015. And I thought this stat has zero relevance to what we're going to be talking about. But the original Murder on the Orient Express, its lifetime gross, $27.6 million back in 1974.
Wow.
So 27.6. I feel like the film itself will probably maybe beat that. We'll see.
It could.
We'll figure it out. But in terms of top fives, do we see them and either of them knocking off Thor Ragnarok from number one?
Listen,
No.
Frank, it's no question. Thor Ragnarok is going to be there at number one.
Oh, I thought it was like Thor Ragnarok is yesterday's news, folks. Move over, Daddy's Home.
The contention is going to be for number two. And
Murder.
I'm going to put my pencil in for Daddy's Home too.
Serious?
And then Murder on the Orient Express, followed by Bad Moms Christmas and Jigsaw.
No.
I feel like I would like Murder on the Orient Express more, but I have to figure. I think people are going to want a comedy. I think.
No.
I mean,
No.
No,
I don't think the film itself will be good, and I've never seen Daddy's Home, so I can't speak to the quality of that one. But I think people will be interested in checking it out.
I don't think so.
I mean, like Bad Moms Christmas, they came in at number 2. I can't.
Yeah, against Jigsaw, Tyler Perry's Boo 2, and Geostorm.
I think I agree. I think
It
Daddy's
had a
Home too.
21 million 5-day. That's not bad for a movie like that. I think Bad Moms.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with you, Neil. I agree. Even though I'm more excited about seeing Murder on the Orient Express, I don't think it's gonna do as well.
I disagree.
Okay, lay it on us. What do you think?
So, Thor, Murder on the Orient Express, Bad Moms, Jigsaw. So it's just gonna like. Oh, wait! I forgot about Daddy's Home.
Yeah,
See,
I was also gonna say. I'm like,
I totally
you think
forgot
Daddy's
about it.
Home's
Sorry.
going to be underneath Jigsaw?
Daddy's Home is gonna be third,
Okay.
and then a Bad Moms Christmas, and then Jigsaw.
Fare thee well from the top 5. Boo 2. Madea Halloween. Oh, good riddance to you, you jerky movie. Oh boy. All right. So let's see here. We got the official Jared Leto, as always, when he's not filming the Joker. He likes to share his film theories about film, box
Sure.
office. Daddy's Home 2 will be better than Orient Express.
I really don't want it
Official
to
Jared
be.
Leto, I think you're right.
Oh, and thanks to Ken
No.
Jack, Daddy's Home 2 won 3-2. How exciting. All right, that is the subject of our box office bet. Here we go. As I mentioned, 3,300 screens from good old Paramount Pictures there.
That's crazy.
Now, remember the first film? It did $38.7 million when it opened in 2015. Opened in December, I believe. So now, I mean, we've got Thor ahead of it, still crushing. Do we think it's going to do better than 38.7? Will it do less? We'll find out in just a moment. Now, of course, folks, as we're making our bets, of those of you who have never watched the show before and you're wondering what the box office bet is, we're all going to bet on what we think the opening box office gross will be. The person that's closest, his prognosticator or prognosticators, gets to wear the stylish crown that is impossible to wear while you have headphones on. The loser will have to go see this film. And, you know, what's great about seeing Boo 2 Madea Halloween is
What
that
is it,
nothing
Frank?
ever will, I will never feel like the sting of like sadness or fear of having to lose this bet again. Because
Really?
I've been to the lowest of lows.
I think this is the lowest of lows for
No,
me.
no.
No.
Then go see Boo 2 and then tell me.
No, it's okay.
You can't say that until you've seen Boo 2 Madea Halloween.
It's true. You can't.
All right, so we got to I got to open it up on my sweet calculator app.
Oh, you got to hurry up, Frank.
Wow.
All right,
Done.
$38.7 million. We're saying it's number 2.
This
all right.
freaking trailer looks so bad.
I will be. I'm gonna be honest. And it might not be a very popular opinion, but I'm excited to see Mel Gibson just doing comedy.
Yeah.
I want to see what that's gonna be like.
And honestly, Wahlberg and Farrell have both gotten each other out of their respective ruts
And
that they
Yes.
were in.
Also, bonus, John Cena.
Okay,
That's true.
he's the
John
only
Cena.
good part of that trailer.
trailer.
No, see, what really stinks is that having, you know, like going to the movie so many times lately, you get to see the same stinking trailer, and I've seen that trailer more than anyone should ever have to see that trailer.
You can
So
just
why
get out.
Why don't
and
you
then
like
come
it?
back in.
No, it's torture.
wait, why don't you like the trailer though?
She's forced to watch them.
Oh, okay.
They don't
Yeah.
let her. They don't let her leave. The employees.
They forced me to keep my eyes open.
It's
and
like-
see it. It's part of it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
All right.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it's time to reveal some numbers. Oh dear Lord. Okay.
Oh, come on, you can't be scared. You saw Boo too.
That's true. And nothing. I've looked into the eye of the storm. Right?
Been there, done that.
All right,
What
I'm going
else
to go
you
over them
got?
strongly. I'm going to say $26 million.
26
where I'm going.
million.
I
What do we
forgot
got?
what I did. Doesn't.
You forgot?
Neil Plumley, what do you? 22
You're
point.
changing your.
No, I'm just trying to write it down.
Okay, 22.5.
26
Although
for me.
really, like it's.
22.5.
17.
Huh.
Interesting. All right.
I really don't want to watch it. I really don't. So I may not watch it ahead of time. Like I'd watch Thor just in case I did lose. But I mean, hey, I wanted to watch it. But you know what I mean?
Right.
I just really don't want to.
Did you see?
Do you say 28?
I said 26.
26.
26. Did you see the first film?
No.
Well, then, all right, study up. Go see the first film.
No,
because you'll be lost in this
no.
one. You will be absolutely lost.
Yeah, they actually do. They do bring in plot points from the first one.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna like it quite as much as if you see it.
It actually starts off right where the first one ended.
I
so
can't even tell if you're like.
Anthony's
invested
dialed
with
in.
me
It's
at
true.
this point.
I am
It's true.
dead-
It's the same reason
dead
why Frank
serious.
needs to watch the rest of the Madea movies.
Oh dear Lord, that I would rather just be repeatedly speed bagged in the balls than for the rest of my life than ever see another Madea film. Just do that to me. Oh gosh, just yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, what a great note to end the box office
What a
breakdown show.
fantastic note.
Boom, we
by
did it.
Frank Moran.
Cut and print and send this right to the Smithsonian to archive it.
Speed off to the Smithsonian.
But before we go further, of course, Amy Cassandra mentioned something to me real quick, and we have not given her 5 seconds to kind of tout her special thoughts. Another holiday is fast approaching, Amy.
Yes.
Fast approaching. What do we got?
Yeah, okay, so I'm a big believer in celebrating each holiday in its own time. Right now, for me, some of us, Thanksgiving.
Oh, just some of us.
Just some of us, right? Yeah. So I am on a mission to find all Thanksgiving-related movies, and obviously those are few and far between, but I'm doing my best. First one up, although I did tell people this, and they said, no, you should wait until Thanksgiving, but Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I'd never seen it, surprisingly enough.
Okay.
Have you
I'm
guys?
Yes.
shocked.
Okay.
Shocked.
So out of the people polled, oh, here we go. Hold on. We've got 75% of people that do like it and 25% of people that don't. So let us know. You know, tweet at us, whatever. Anyway, you want to let us know. Comment down below if you like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Also, if you have any suggestions for Thanksgiving movies.
Kills giving.
I want to see the other one
you
from the
serious?
Grindhouse, the little parody, Thanksgiving. That's.
I mean, hey, I will watch them.
I wish that was a real film.
There's a scary movie that takes place around Thanksgiving that people were suggesting for me to watch last month, but now it's appropriate for Thanksgiving.
Right. Of
That's
course.
true. Yeah. I mean, how do you sell it? What a scary movie versus a Thanksgiving movie?
So I'll wait,
when do you
you know?
want to? I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
You made the right call. I mean, I don't know if I could have been as brave to have done that. I probably
It
would have
was
buckled.
hard.
There you
It was
go.
hard.
That's why you're a hero.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode of Box Office Breakdown. Of course, thanks for joining us. And you can like us on Facebook. Give us those 5 stars on iTunes. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Throw multiple thumbs up there. Throw as many thumbs up in a very cool in and out style as possible. Feel free to, thanks everybody for hopping in the chat. And as Amy said, if you're watching this after we stream live, feel free to comment down below about a favorite Thanksgiving film or why you do or do not like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Yeah, just go really into, just really open up your heart, let it all out. Your thoughts about John Candy, Steve Martin, John Hughes,
Yeah.
pillows, things like that.
Of course.
What?
Pillows.
I thought you said something else.
What do you think I
Sleep on them.
said?
You put your head on
I'm
them
not
and
going
you
to
go to
say
bed.
what I thought you
Okay.
said.
All right.
Um,
But if you want to continue the conversation with any of us,
Billows.
after the show's aired, Neil, where can they find you?
Thanks, Frank. You can find me at places where people are found at the Neil Plumley. Thank you for watching. See you next week.
that was amazing. Good job.
Step your game up, Amy.
I know. I don't know what to do. Thank you guys so much for watching here, us. You guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere at Amy Cassandra TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Happy Go Jackie. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been this episode of Box Office Breakdown. We'll see you back here next Sunday night talking about more movies. Yes, Jim West, you desperado. We'll see you back here next Sunday night too Until then, go see some movies.
Bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.